What is up, guys? I'm ExxotikGaming, and today I am back with another Pixel Gun 3D video, and today's video is another weapon review. Today's weapon review is on a relatively new weapon that was introduced into this game a couple of updates ago, and it is a very interesting area damage weapon. This area damage weapon in the premium section has the name of the Mines Launcher UP1, and the one feature of this weapon which makes it so much more unique compared to most of the other area damage weapons and weapons in general in this game is this weapon, along with just a couple of the other weapons in different sections, is one of the few weapons in this game where you can actually spam it when using it in a match. As a result of this is one of those weapons where you don't necessarily need to have the best skill and best accuracy in the world when using it to actually get decent gameplay with it. Now, because of this, since generally some of the lower level players in Pixel Gun 3D do not have as good of an accuracy and skill as some of the higher level players in this game, this is one of those weapons where you will see some of the lower level players using more often than you would the higher level players. Now, when I say the word spam when describing this weapon, I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. This weapon by no means is an overpowered weapon. It does not have the highest lethality in the world, and it's quite a bit lower lethality compared to some weapons like the solar power cannon. Now, this is one of those weapons where if you see somebody using it in a match, you don't really think too much of it. You think pretty much the same as you would, see somebody using the Hellraiser per se. Now, there are certain weapons in Pixel Gun 3D where if you see somebody using it and spamming those weapons, you will get pretty annoyed when they do that. And a perfect example of that would be the Stormhammer. When you ever go into a match and you see somebody just using the Stormhammer the entire length of that match, it does get pretty annoying at times. You don't really have that effect with this one, Mines Launcher. You just think, oh well, he's using that weapon, it doesn't, what are you gonna do? It's just a standard area damage weapon just like all of the other ones in this game. Now, it isn't the best weapon in the game to take out some of the adamant armored players. As you guys can see here, certain people, it is quite a bit of shots to take them out, but then again, like I said, this is one of those weapons where you can spam it, and you just hold down that firing button for a long time, and you will be sure to get certain kills here and there. Like I said before, it is for some of the players who are lower level in this game, so don't expect the best possible gameplay in the world if you are at the max level like I am here. I might get some kills, some pretty good kills here and there, but don't expect nearly as good of gameplay as I'm getting right here as I would with, say, people who are maybe like levels 10 through 18 or something like that, because an adamant armored player is very difficult to take out with this weapon. Another feature with this weapon is, as you guys might have seen so far in the gameplay, this is not a standard area damage weapon. It doesn't instantly explode on impact, the little grenades that you shoot out of this weapon, or mines I should say. Technically it's like a grenades launcher, but they just say mines for some apparent reason. And because of this, you're not going to have that instant kill like you would with something like the solar power cannon. You have to compensate for that, and sometimes that little grenade that you shoot out of this weapon here, it'll take a second or two before it actually explodes. So, you have to be concerned about that whenever you, encounter somebody, and just expect a 1 to 2 second delay when firing the weapon before it actually explodes. Now, some of them explode instantly on impact, and some of them take an excessively long amount of time, but just give it about a second per each shot that you fire, and you should be pretty good when using this weapon. I like the way this weapon looks for sure. It looks really freaking cool, and it has a great capacity. This weapon is not going to run out of ammo very soon, as long as you don't, spam it too much and hold down the firing rate for too long, because if you do hold down the firing button for too long, then you will find that you will run out of ammo pretty quickly. So, like I say with a lot of my other area damage weapons reviews into this game, just be sure that you are going to get that kill before you start firing. Don't just fire if you are not sure that that explosion will actually take out that enemy player. You want to be conservative with the actual grenades you have in this weapon, because if you don't, then you'll find that you will have to end up spending 3 coins each time you want to pay more ammo for this weapon. And, if you are in a match that's 7 minutes long, you might have to do that once or twice throughout a match if you do spam this one too much. But as you guys can see here, I've been in this match and I've been using it a lot. I've been showing you guys kind of what spamming is, and I still have 6 shots left, so, I mean, you can use this avidly in a match for about 2 to 2.5 minutes straight, depending on how many people you encounter. Now, if it's less people in a match, you know, you could probably take, you know, go almost the entire length of the match at times before you actually need to pay more for ammo. And when you do pay 3 coins for ammo, you will find that you have a ton of little grenades in this weapon. As you guys can see there, I had 60 little grenades that I can shoot out of this weapon now, and that will certainly not run out extremely fast. Now, you know, 3 coins is not that much. I'm pretty sure most people can get that. I mean, you can with the daily prize. So if you really want to use this weapon the entire length of the match, just be prepared that you will end up having to spend 3 coins eventually whenever you join a match. The one big downfall of this weapon is it will blast the enemies away a lot, and other people who do have something like an assault rifle or a sniper rifle will have the upper hand if you blast them away from them, because eventually that area damage will not reach them anymore, and they can easily just take out that weapon that has a scope and take you out right like that. So keep that in mind when you do use this weapon against people who have assault rifles and such. But if you are honestly in matches like Silent School and Infected Prison, you shouldn't have that much trouble when actually trying to use this weapon. As you guys can see here, pretty much every time I've died so far was from people with the Stormhammer, so you will die from people who have the Stormhammer. I mean, obviously the Stormhammer is probably the most overpowered weapon in this game, so, you know, you would figure that you're gonna die from people with the Stormhammer regardless which weapon you use. So, I mean, you're gonna die from people who use the Stormhammer. You're gonna die from people who use weapons like the laser minigun and the prototype if they know how to use it at close range. But you just have to keep that in mind, and you will get kills. This is not one of those weapons where you're just not gonna get a kill. You're gonna get kills with this thing, and, I mean, as you guys can see right here, I'm gonna probably die when showing you guys this, but look at this. I've been in this match for a little over 7 minutes now, and I've gotten 17 kills, so it's not bad by any means. I don't really use this weapon, honestly, too much off camera, so if you see me using this off camera, that's a pretty rare occasion. I generally tend to use some of the area damage weapons which explode instantly on impact. I don't know, it's just a lot easier for me, but then again, if you can manage to use this one and actually acquire the skill that is needed when using a weapon that doesn't instantly explode on impact, you will find that the gameplay you will get will be pretty rewarding each kill that you actually acquire when using this weapon. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. There really aren't too many things I dislike about this weapon. There are no overpowered features of the Mines Launcher. I just wish that the blast, that it would, you know, if you hit somebody and they blast really far away from you, I just wish that was decreased just a bit. It kind of gets annoying at times when you have to keep aiming farther and farther away because you know that that little blast that you fire at somebody will just keep knocking them back farther and farther. And that goes the same with other weapons like this, like the Plasma Releaser, and I don't know if there are any others really that are quite as bad as the Plasma Releaser, but I mean, I'm pretty sure most of you guys who have the Plasma Releaser know whenever you fire at somebody who has a decent amount of armor, it's gonna be pretty hard because it'll just blast them all over the place. And I mean, that's the same with the Mines Launcher. There we go, just finished that match up there, and I got second place, 20 kills, and you know, like I said before, this is better for players who are at the lower level, and I'm at the higher level, and I still was able to get a solid second place when using this weapon. So, not bad by any means. And, like, I don't know if I've said this before, but it's obviously the best at the close range matches. Do not try to use this weapon in a map like Heaven Garden. The gameplay will not turn out too well if you use this thing in Heaven Garden. You might get a couple of kills, but don't bank on winning every time you join a match with this weapon in Heaven Garden. You know, there will be those lucky times. Don't instantly just be spamming the comments saying, I used it in Heaven Garden and I won. Because you will, once in a while, use this weapon in a match that is very unlikely, and you'll actually win. And that goes the same with any of my other weapons that I use and show you guys reviews on. And, I mean, overall, this weapon, I'd have to say, get this if you are below the max level brackets. If you are in a match where, you know, you see people who are adamant armor and storm hammering all the time, it probably is not the best possible choice for the best possible gameplay, but, I mean, you can still get the kills. Like, I might die once or twice before I actually get the kill because this person who has the Stormhammer and the Adamant Armor will have the upper hand every single time that I do encounter them. Because we're both using close range weapons, and, you know, if you compare close range versus close range, whoever has the Stormhammer will usually end up winning that little 1v1 battle there. But overall, guys, this is certainly a weapon which you are probably good for considering. I would definitely recommend considering this weapon. Overall, if I could rate this thing in a close range match, I'd probably give this thing upwards of an 8 or a 9. And if you are a lower level, especially that rating, that would be a very, very good rating and a very good weapon for a lower level player. If you go into a medium range map, this is just like a 5 or a 6, honestly, just because, you know, people who have assault rifles and the prototype and other sniper rifles in medium range will have the upper hand, and that is especially true at long range. They will have the very big upper hand, and this one will go down to like a 1 or 2 in my rating book for long range because, like I said before, it's a timed explosive, and it doesn't necessarily have to hit the ground before exploding. As you guys can see, if I aim way up in that direction, it'll explode not even actually touching the ground level. So you have to be concerned when using this weapon, like I said before, and you should end up getting some decent gameplay. I believe I know that guy, I'm pretty sure, Manacle Stake 4, but yeah guys, it's a very, very fun weapon to use. Honestly, I think I like using this weapon just for fun more often than actually trying to get it for good gameplay. If I'm just in the mood for just blasting people around and just having a good time in Pixel Gun 3D, this is probably the weapon I will choose out of the area damage weapons. Now, there are other area damage weapons which are solely for actual good competitive gameplay. I'd choose like the the solar power cannon and such like that if I really wanted to get the good gameplay like I mentioned just before. But overall, guys, good weapon, and you'll have a lot of fun when using it. And just for area damage, or not for area damage, for adamant armored players, just be prepared. It will be pretty difficult taking them out. I hope this commentary was decent enough for you guys. I was stupid, and I really did not get much sleep at all last night. I got about 4 hours of sleep, and you know, whenever I have a very low amount of sleep, I tend to not have the best commentary in the world, so, you know, it might have probably been better if I did like a random weapon gameplay or something like that, where the commentary doesn't have to be special. But I know a lot of you guys have been asking to see a review on this, and I just wanted to make you guys happy, so yeah. Another thing I've been thinking of doing, which might actually improve my whole overall like uploading schedule. I don't know if you guys are gonna like this or dislike this. I hope you guys like it, but I've been seriously considering doing like 1 upload per day, because, you know, it takes quite a long time to do an upload, and if I only do 1 upload per day, it will drastically decrease the time it takes to do an upload. Like right now, I have to record this one, I have to edit it, and then I have to record the Agario video and then edit it, and that'll take a very, very long time, and on a weeknight, that's very, very difficult to find the time to actually do that along with homework. So if I do 1 day, 1 video per day, and, you know, maybe upload even more often than I am doing right now, it might be better than before. So instead of 2 videos every 4 days, I could do 1 video every 1 to 2 days. So I think that would probably work out a little bit better. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about that, and let me know in the comments what you think about the Mines Launcher UP1, because I certainly think it's a really cool weapon, and you should have a lot of fun gameplay when using it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the commentary. It's not my best commentary by far, honestly. I mean, I'd rate this a much worse commentary than some of my past reviews I've done, but hopefully it was enough for you guys to get a decent review and gameplay on this Mines Launcher UP1. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to see more Pixel Gun 3D videos, then be sure to check out all of my other reviews and other random Pixel Gun videos I have done on my channel. I've done a lot, and many more will come, so you guys will have a very, very wide selection of Pixel Gun videos if you are relatively new to the channel. So be sure to check them all out, especially the old ones. You can see how I've grown in the YouTube world and how bad my commentaries were in the past, because they were certainly bad in the past. But anyways, guys, let's go get one last kill, and let's go see if we can take this guy out. We should be able to, so there we go, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.